Educating, informing, serving. Fact TV, keeping government honest.
Any adjustments to the agenda?
I have none.
Okay, I had it here a minute ago. I believe it's the minutes next, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh, here we go. I got it. All right. Acceptance of the minutes of the meeting of January 27th. Do we have any motion?
I move we accept the minutes.
I'll second.
Moved by Toby, seconded by Craig to accept the minutes of the meeting of January 27th. All in favor, or do you want to discuss it?
Aye.
Aye. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, no. Okay, the minutes are accepted. Communications and public comments.
I have nothing for this evening.
Okay, anybody else? No? Unfinished business, town meeting procedure update.
So we have in your packet, you have an insert that we're going to put into the town reports. It just clarifies dates, times, and it very carefully puts that this is a tentative date that we're striving for, with restrictions possibly of a in-person meeting. So that's good. And then also we have the annual warning for the annual meeting also in your packet with the articles as they're going to be seen posted in the newspapers, etc., when it's closer to the date of May 15th.
Mhm. Is this going to be in the March Gazette also?
Yes, it will be. Yes.
To some effect. Okay, good. Okay. Any questions? Discussion? Town meeting articles, who's doing the explanation?
I thought, can I ask you a question? Well, if we're awful early deciding who does this when we don't have one of the select board members even going to be on it,
Uh-huh.
right?
That's fine with me. I just thought if anybody wanted some time to,
And we can put 2 through 18 in a numbers in a jar, and we all reach in and grab one, you know?
One of the things, Craig, that you should know is that these articles, even on May 15th, will be part of Sheldon's responsibility to finish his term, even though he will be,
And you're sure that, so that the new one has, if the new select board person is there, they're officially on the board, they would be there also.
That's correct.
right.
That's correct.
So the new person would have no say in changing or altering anything, but don't we normally, Russ, make a motion we accept these articles as printed so that the select board officially signs off that this is the way it'll be?
We already did that, Craig.
Okay.
Mm.
So we're all set? Okay.
We're all set. Yep. So Susan and I had talked that possibly somebody would be wanting to do one of them, that they'd like some time to research and be proactive to it. So that's why we put it there.
We still have we still have time though.
We have
so.
plenty of time. That's not an issue now, but it needs to, you can start looking at them and picking the ones that you feel strongly about or want to read.
Okay, anything more on that? Quarterly financials for the half year. You were going to clarify a couple of things, Russ?
The computer line expenses, we do have some movement on it. I'm not sure how it got there, but without Paul, I don't have it clarified for an actual expense. And unfortunately, it's the same with the Henwood line. We had the guardrails in it, but not the gravels and the materials that we use, such as mirrors and gravels. So I will bring this information when I'm able to get real numbers to it. So we'll
Okay.
table it, and I'll just keep bringing it up.
Russ, do we even assign, look, when we use our equipment, it'd be, so if we had hired it out, we would have paid, what, $85, $90 an hour for the trucks. Being that we're doing, there again, a special contract, but we did it ourselves, couldn't we include that into it too as expense?
We
Because
don't have an expense line for machines, Craig, so it's,
I know, but we're in this is like a special project. What would we have paid if we had gone out to bid? You see what I'm saying?
I will check into this, but I'm not
I know.
not warm and fuzzy that we can do that, but I will check.
Okay, thanks.
Any other questions? New business, collaborative finance processing manual.
It's a work in progress, but the positions have been clarified. The objective, again, this is just a draft, so please feel free to mark it up. I still have got Nemrick and Sullivan and Powers to put in. But with taxes and collecting of taxes, we kind of place this to the side. So anyway, we're working on it, and it's a work in progress. So if you see something that you need to add or subtract to what we've got done so far, please do so, and then it'll, like I said, be a work in progress.
Mhm. So we talked about this before, Russ, and at some point, and like to discuss it later. So you're using the word policy. So,
No, I changed it to manual.
oh, well, I see policy objectives, that's all. So,
Oh, sorry.
yeah,
I
yeah,
can change that.
yeah. I mean, a policy to me is different than a manual that explains how.
Yep, I changed the top
Everyone's-
part, but I didn't see that part.
Okay,
Sorry.
yep, good enough. Thank you.
Did you forward this? Because I haven't seen that.
It was in your packet. I sent it on Monday or Tuesday of this week because I'm still working on it.
with the other things, or was it separate?
It was separate.
Okay, that's probably why I don't have it.
Mhm. Yeah, so take a look at it, Toby, and
I will.
see what you think and comment. And yeah, we'll keep working on it, and maybe set another deadline at some point, because that worked out well, I thought. Anybody have questions, discussion? Okay, town land off Pine Banks update.
So they're working on the right-of-way clarifications with the deletion of the Bagosh right-of-way that is blocked by a garage. So it is in Samantha Snow from Salmon and Nostrum is taking care of this, and she has assured me that she'll have this squared away in a short period of time.
Anything else on that?
Not that I have. It's just work in progress again.
Okay. Moving quickly along, town manager's report.
Few things. Town clerk's office is still at minimal service due to the, we had to move them upstairs. So they have limited access to the vault, but they are doing more research for people so that we're not getting too far behind. They should be moved in next week, Tuesday. We have Monday off. So they'll be moved in Tuesday, back down to the first floor. The town report landed today, so they are available. Bridge number 5 over Saxon's River on Route 121 is now officially slated for June of 2022. They have the process is this summer they're creating an engineering firm, and then will go out to bid. Contractors will be chosen for a June start. And last, our emergency health order has finally arrived for the cleanup of the William Lyons site on our road. I will be contacting the fire chief to let him know that I have this in hand. They filed it either yesterday or this morning, I'm not sure, with the state. So we will be taking care of it initially, and we will get reimbursed for our costs from the estate. That's it.
Is that Bemis Hill?
It's off of Bemis Hill on our road, yes.
Yep, all right.
Let me go back a minute, Russ. So the town reports, if anybody in town wants one, they should just call you up and ask, or what's the deal?
Yep. Hopefully we're not mailing out a ton of them because it is expensive, but if you knock on the door, we'll hand them out.
Or
I
call
have no
someone.
problem with putting a few copies in our sign. We have a flap that you can just pick up off ours. So I'll put some in there so people can grab them. The post office frowned on putting them there. They can't do that anymore. So, but we will have, on a nice day, we could even put out a table out front so people can stop and grab them.
How about leaving some at the community house? Thinks people will steal them, or?
I don't, at this point, I mean, I definitely could put a few out there if I had a small table or something.
Yeah.
We bring them to the school, we bring them to the libraries. And like I said, they landed this afternoon late, so.
Yeah, the Westminster West Library would be a good place too.
Yeah, that's what I said. Both libraries get them, and I'll deliver them tomorrow.
So maybe, I know the Gazette deadline is coming up. We could have something about where people can get them or call you to make arrangements to either pick them up or.
Susan, is it next week or is it the week after?
I don't know. I'll look and see. I have one.
I can too. But
Yeah,
there'll
but it
be
must be
something.
next week.
I'm sorry?
It must be next week. I hope. I'll look.
The week of the 15th.
I'll look a little bit later.
Okay,
I have one over there.
no problem.
Yep. Boards and commissions.
Nothing to report at this time. Specifically, the Planning Commission is actively going through the town plan and preparing for the 2023 adoption. They are holding an event for community mapping. It is on March 29th at 6:30. Jens Hilke from the Vermont A&R department will be sponsoring it. And what happens is they break you into two small groups, and you are to take the town and create things that you love about it. Meaning, I love the history, so I'm going to circle the historic district and how that affects my life and how I cherish that. Or someone else might say, I really like the trails, the trail systems where we can walk and hike and see sights. Others are, there's 100 things, wildlife, fishing, etc. And so these groups will compile all their thoughts, and Jens takes them back and actually creates a collaborative map of all of the positive things that the town is offering. So for newcomers and people that have been here, they can all settle in and look at it and say, wow, I'd like to really try that. I didn't realize I was here. So it's a start of what Craig has been after is some sort of a new resident package for people to look at something and say, wow, that's really what I'd like to get into. So anyway, so that is again, March 29th at 6:30. And the link will be out, and we'll have sandwich boards out and etc. for that.
Who's hosting that? Would you tell me again?
Planning Commission is running that. Yep.
Okay, thank you. And anything else?
I have nothing else.
Other business?
I have nothing.
Anybody else? Well, this is short and sweet. Thank you all for coming. Date of our next meeting is February 24th. I'm assuming we'll still be meeting by Zoom, so. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So move. I
Move,
move
Dan.
we adjourn.
I second that.
Kevin,
Moved and seconded that we adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We adjourn.